Hi Bakugan Brawlers, it's Devillo from Fortress of Solitude. Now today I'm taking a look at two Bakugan figures, the Dragonoid Maximus and the Dragonoid figures. Now for those of you who aren't familiar with the Bakugan franchise, basically it's based around kids that find these biomechanical monsters and they basically use them to battle against each other in duels to see who is their best Bakugan Brawler. Now I'm going to take a look at these two figures and show you how they basically deploy and how they fold up into their little shapes, and then I'll give you some final thoughts on what I think of these two great looking figures. Okay, so the first figure we'll be taking a look at is the Dragonoid Bakugan. Now this is the large Dragonoid Bakugan that we are taking a look at today, and this is the smaller version, the one that I actually use when playing Bakugan matches. Now you will see that these are actually exactly the same. It's really nice to see that all the details that are on the little Dragonoid that you use during matches is also on the larger one. They look exactly the same. It's literally just a larger version of the small Dragonoid. So you'll see that it's got its little wings. I'm not sure if there will be Bakugan gear available for the larger Bakugan figures, but as you can see, it's the larger Bakugan figure also has the holes or slots for gear that you get on the actual smaller Dragonoid figure. Now, how does this Dragonoid basically fold up into its little ball? It's exactly the same as you would expect the smaller one. You basically fold up the legs, the tail, and fold it over. Like I said, sometimes it can be a bit tricky getting it to fold up, but there you go. So you can see the wings on this side, the tail, the little elemental sign on the side, and then we'll fold up the little smaller one just so that we can compare the two. And again, you'll notice that they are exactly alike. They look exactly the same. They fold up exactly in the same way and look the same. Then when you want to deploy it, obviously you get this little Dragonoid Bakugan, and then you just flick it on there and it deploys. And there you have the Dragonoid Bakugan figure with its Bakugan. And here we go. This is the big guy, the Dragonoid Maximus. Now as you can see, this Bakugan has loads of detail on it. I had a look at the paint job and there is barely any overlapping with the paintwork. It looks really, really good. There's nice and loads of little details on there. Now, as you can expect, because this Bakugan folds up, it doesn't have a lot of articulation. The wings can articulate a bit or fold up. You get some articulation in the feet and the legs. Obviously, it can open its jaw. Look at that scary maw. And then it's got this little horn that you can fold up, fold back. But what it does have is sounds and lights. So hear that mighty roar. So by pressing this little yellow button here, your Bakugan Dragonoid Maximus lights up and lets out a mighty roar. Listen to that beautiful roar. Now, so let's get to folding this big guy up. Now you'll see that I might do this off camera as it's quite tricky, as with some Bakugan toys it can be a bit fidgety to get it to fold up, but I'll start doing it and let's see how far we get. So firstly you slot in the head there, then you fold up the legs, and there we go. Wow, lucky. So that's the Dragonoid Maximus basically folded up. Then along with the Dragonoid Maximus, you get the Titan Dragonoid. So when you buy the Dragonoid Maximus, you get the little Titan Dragonoid, which again also can go fold up in a little ball, and which you can deploy, which you can basically deploy, and it looks really intimidating for a little Bakugan. And then if you want to deploy your Dragonoid Maximus, you just slot this little guy on top, and there you go. It deploys and lets out a mighty roar. So overall, a really good looking little Bakugan. You still have to lift up that horn, it doesn't deploy by itself. It's a little fidgety to get folded up, but it looks really good, really mean. Has a really scary little... Now, as someone who plays a lot with the little Dragonoid in matches, it is great to see a larger version of one of my favorite Bakugan, and it really looks exactly the same as its little smaller brother. I have to say that I really appreciate all the detail, the fact that you now have a large Dragonoid Bakugan ball that you can actually deploy. It just looks great. It's nice to play with, and it's a really durable plastic, painted really well. Overall, a really nice little addition to your Bakugan collection. As for the Dragonoid Maximus, again, a really great looking figure, lots of detail. I really like the fact that although it doesn't have a lot of articulation, it does have the awesome roaring. There we go. And the fact that it folds up and deploys when you put the Titan Dragonoid on its back is really great. So it's like it's evolving basically into its larger version, which is really awesome to see. I do have to say, as with some Bakugan toys, it is very fidgety to fold up the Dragonoid Maximus. As you can see, when I actually showed you a close-up of it, how I struggled a bit getting it folded up. But I mean, once you get the hang of it, it's easier, especially if you do it on a flat surface and you're not holding it up in the air. But overall, two great looking Bakugan figures that would look great as part of any Bakugan collection. Now, if you want to find out more about these figures or read more on my reviews, please go and visit Fortress of Solitude. But for now, I'm Devil Low, signing off. Thank you for watching.